Please, if you can see my screen, I need a 111 on the chat, please. If you can see my screen, I need a 111 on the chat. Okay. Good. Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Coach Watts. Today, we are going to be treating a very important topic, technical analysis for beginners. So if you are a first timer on this call, I need a 222 on the chat. If this is your first time of being on this call, I need a 222 on the chat. This will enable me know how I'm going to break it down to the simplest form that you guys can understand what we are doing here and how we are doing it. So if you are a new, this is your first time, if you are a newbie here, what you want to do at this point is to pick up your writing materials, because you'll be getting important information from this section. And I want you guys to stay till the end of this section. I understand you guys have a lot of things doing, but you just, out of your busy schedule, you just took out time to attend this 1 hour, roughly 1 hour section. So stay tuned till the end. It promises to be mind-blowing. We need to start as soon as possible, right? Okay, welcome every new members on this call. It's my pleasure having you here. Before I proceed, I would also like to acknowledge our coaches, Coach Salusi and Coach Mo, for this opportunity they've given to me once more to present to you technical analysis for beginners. This is for beginners. Just in case you are a professional, we understand, and we want you to understand with us. There are people who are newbies there, and we are expected to teach them from the beginning, from the basis. So that is what we are doing here. Okay, I'm starting right about now. Today we are going to be talking, before we go into the technical analysis proper, there is an update that came up recently, and it has been shared on the platform. This update is meant for people who are too busy. They are too busy. They don't have time to even go through their course outline. They don't have time to even trade, check the trading view, to pick coin and the rest like that. Usually, we have a simple way of doing that. We told you earlier before that once you are a newbie and you want to pick a coin, for you to pick a coin without analyzing it, which is known as trading without analysis. So once you come on board, the first thing you need to learn as a beginner is to trade without analysis. Trading without analysis. And the provision we made for that is that if you see any coin that is on red, like this, if you can see my screen, if you see any coin that is on red, like this, -8, -7, -5, -3, -3. So from -3 down, you pick it. You can trade on those coins, rather, you can trade on any coin that is from -3 and below. When I say -3%, -4, -5 on the trading view, you can pick it. But today, it will interest you to know that we are no longer adopting this method any longer. We now have something new for you guys. So as the market dynamics changes, so as your strategy adjusts, you need to adjust your strategy. It's not like you are changing your strategy totally. You are just only going to do a little bit of adjustment, because that's your strategy you are using is delivering for you. So all you need to do is just to do a little bit adjustment as the market dynamics changes. Please. So today we are going to be talking about the MACD automation. When you say from the word MACD automation, we are simply talking about a system whereby you are not going to be involved in it. Now, remember we said the Rqtmi bot is a semi-automated robot in the sense that you have some responsibility to do. The instruction, the command, and everything you're going to give to the robot, you are the one that is going to give that robot that same command. That doesn't change. That doesn't change. There are some people that do not even want to interface with this trading view you are seeing right now. They don't want to interface with the trading view you are seeing right now. So for those people, we have the MACD automation for them to use to do that. MACD automation. So how does this MACD automation work, and what does it look like on the trading view? So this is an automation that Rqtmi brought to the system to enable us to sell faster, to enable our trades to sell faster. So because these developers or this company as a whole, their interest is to see that their users make money, because it is only when their users make money, they also make money. So for that reason, they keep on making research and keep on bringing tools that will enable users to make money from the system. So this is why they introduced this MACD automation. So now you have this MACD automation. How do you make use of this MACD automation? Let me use my annotation for you too. Now, this is the MACD automation. This is the MACD automation. So if you have your own trading view, you can, for those of you who are new here, we have videos on how to set up your trading view. But today I'm emphasizing on people who do not even want to look at this trading view that I'm showing you here. So, but you need to also understand how this MACD works, which I want to show you guys how powerful this MACD is. Now, I will have to go back a little bit. Now, the combination of this is MACD is known as moving average convergence divergence, right? Moving average convergence divergence. So please, this is how it is in case you are looking for it, MACD. Now, once you have seen the MACD, the only thing you need to set up on the MACD, on the MACD, let me even remove the MACD so that I can bring it in. People can know how to bring it in, please. Now, I'm taking it out. So I can bring it in. Now, once you want to bring it in, you come to indicator. You search for MACD. Just search for MACD. It comes up. You see it, moving average convergence divergence. All you need to do is add it as your favorite. You style it, then you click on it, tap on it once. It will appear on your trading view this way. It will appear on your trading view this way. This is what it looks like. Let me extend it. Good. This is what it looks like. This is what your MACD looks like. This is what your MACD looks like. So the only thing you want to set here, you're not going to set anything apart from the fact that when you come to settings, you click on top of the MACD. You click on top of the MACD, it brings out the settings icon. This is the settings icon. The only thing you want to do here is come to style. As soon as you get to style, this is your zero line. This is your zero line. You want to change the color. Like my own zero line is green. I might want to change it to something, maybe probably purple. Let me change it to purple. And also, you might want to also increase the thickness. If you want to increase the thickness for you to see very well, look at, I've increased the thickness. So this is the only thing you are going to change, which is known as the zero line. It is the zero line. I'm extending it so you see that this is the zero line. This is the zero line here. So that is the only thing you are going to set once you complete your MACD. So how do we use the MACD? What does it even help us to do? It helps us to know, to get a perfect entry. A perfect entry, that is what we are looking for, perfect entry. Now, the blue line that we are seeing, this blue line, so the MACD is a combination of blue line, golden line, you have bars, you have the green bars, you have the red bars, and you also have your line. Your line. This line is known as 0. So when you come to the settings again, you tap on the settings again, you are going to see the blue line is referred as the MACD. We call it the MACD line. The golden line is known as the signal line, while the purple line is known as the 0 line. So the combination of all this is known as MACD. MACD. The moving average, convergence, divergence. That is the combination. So how do you make use of it now? The reason why you want to make use of it is to get a perfect entry point that will minimize your floating loss, little or no floating loss. Little or no floating loss. Why we are not saying entirely no floating loss? Because the crypto market, once it pumps, it will definitely retrace. So, but we want a situation whereby even if it is going to retrace back, it's not going to retrace to the point that it's going to put us into serious floating loss. That is why I said little or minimal floating loss, and you are out of the market. So how does this MACD work? So the MACD works when, let's say for instance now, what are you looking out for? You are looking out for a situation whereby the golden cross, the MACD line, which is referred as the blue line, this blue line has come below the 0 line. You want to see it. For instance now, let me backtest this, please. I'll backtest this. Okay. Now, in this situation now, look at this situation now. I want to see the MACD line. I want to see the MACD line come below the 0% line. Below the 0% line. So let me show you an accurate what I'm saying. Okay. Like in this case now, you want to first of all see that the MACD line has come below the 0% line. Like in this case. Okay, good. Now, you want to see that the MACD line has come below the 0% line. Below the 0% line. Now, where is the 0% line? This is the 0% line, this purple line. So the MACD line, which refers as the blue line, and the golden line, you want to see that they have come below the 0% line. Take note of that. So once your MACD have come below the 0% line, all you need to do now is to wait patiently to see what they call golden cross. What is golden cross? Golden cross is the point at which I'm going to show you here, is the point at which the blue line tends to move across the signal line, which is referred as the golden line. Please. Now, the golden cross is when this blue line, which is the MACD line, tends to cross, the point at which it tends to cross. Let's assume this is the blue line here. It's going up here. Let's assume this is the golden line. This point at which, now let's assume, okay, let's assume this is my 0 line. This is my 0 line. The blue line, which is the MACD line, has come below the 0 line. Then even as well as the golden line is somewhere around here, which both of them are below the 0 line. Now, you are looking for a perfect entry. For you to get that perfect entry, you are waiting for this golden line and the MACD line, which is the blue line. You are waiting for this blue line to make movement and attempt to cross over the golden line. Now, as soon as this blue line intercepts here with this golden line, this intercept is the point that you want to take entry. So this is known as the golden cross. Whenever the blue line, whenever the MACD line, which is the blue line, tends to meet the signal line, which is the golden line, the way they intercept to move up like this, this is the golden cross. This is what is referred as the golden cross. So first step, what you are looking out for first, you are looking out for a situation whereby the MACD line, which is the blue line, and also the signal line, which is the golden line, they have come below this your 0% line. So once they have come below the 0% line, what you are looking out for now is you are waiting to see that movement where the MACD line, which is the blue line, intercepts upward across the signal line, which is the golden line. So the point at which it meets, moving upward, that point is known as the golden cross, because that is where the MACD line tends to cross the signal line. So the point at which the MACD line tends to cross the signal line is known as the golden cross. So it is at this point you want to take entry. You want to enter into the trade. So I want to explain this. We are going to look at it on the chart, what happened and when we entered and when we came out of it. So let me look at, believing that you guys understand, let me check the chart and see if I can see. Okay. Now, this is a golden cross. This is a golden cross. This is a golden cross. This point is a golden cross. Hope you guys can see my screen. Sorry. This is a golden cross. This is what I'm referring as a golden cross. This is a golden cross. The point at which the MACD line crosses the signal line, that point is a golden cross. And at that point, you want to enter a trade. So let's assume we entered this trade. This is our entering point. I entered here. Let's assume I entered here. I'm using horizontal line to spot it out. Let me thicken it. Let's assume the point at which it meets. The point at which it meets. Now, let's assume this is the golden cross and you entered somewhere around here. You entered somewhere around here. You entered somewhere around here. At the golden cross, please take note of it. At the golden cross, this is the golden cross. You enter somewhere around here. Let's use this horizontal black line as our entering point. You entered somewhere around here and it went up like this again. You took your okay, this is a recent movement, is even yet to deliver. Now, once you are using this method, do not take more than 2%. Do not take more than 2%. So we are going to see, because I backtest it. We are going to see what happened here. So basically, you just take 2%. Now, see, this is the golden cross. At this point now, you find out that if I play this thing now, from that point, you will see that it is just going up. It came down, up again, up again. You see, it reduces, because you have a perfect entry, it's reducing the rate at which you will experience floating loss, even if you are waiting for it to sell. Even if you are waiting for it to sell, it's reducing your floating loss. Before this trade delivers either 2%, you are not going to experience floating loss because you had a perfect entry. You had a perfect entry. So we are going to backtest this more again. I need to go back further. So you will look at it, even while you are waiting for the point to deliver, you are always going to be on a floating profit because you have a perfect entry. That is just the idea of the golden cross. So you always want to enter at the point that the blue line touches the signal line, which refers as the gold line. The point at which they intersect, that is the point you want to enter. So first, you need to wait to see that the golden cross and the MACD line, they are now below the 0% line. The next thing you are waiting for a perfect entry. For you to get that perfect entry, you need your MACD line to cross over the golden line. The point at which the MACD line intercepts with the signal line is known as the golden cross. That is the point you want to enter this trade. So all you need is that MACD. You don't need any other thing. Just that MACD to get the entry, the current candle, and take your entry. And once you are taking your entry, do not take more than 2%. Do not take more than 2%. 2% is very effective using this. Now, this method is for people who do not want to stress themselves. Now, it has made it easy. Why we now say it is a MACD automation? When you go to your Rqtmi, all you need to do is on your Rqtmi settings using the MACD automation. All you need to do is, okay, please let me tell someone to share his or her screen so I can show you people on that thing. Coach Fahad.
Hello, sir. Can I hear you?
Share your screen so that we can show them how to use the MACD automation using just automating it while they are busy going about their activities. Because while we say automation, a lot of people do not have the time to come and even this thing I'm explaining right now, to wait patiently to see the golden cross to see the MACD come down below the 0% line before you now wait to see the MACD line cross over the signal line to create a golden cross. This time of waiting, a lot of people don't have that time. So because we understand that a lot of people don't have that time because they are busy, we are going to use the MACD automation where you just have to put the necessary settings and go about your activities. Once the MACD comes below the 0% line, and once the MACD line crosses or intercepts the signal line, automatically the robot will execute the buy order for you without you being there. That is the automation we are talking of. So why I'm just trying to explain this trading view for you is for you to have an understanding the way the robot picks the trade for you automatically without you even being there, since you don't have time because of your job. So share the screen, please. Let's just show them on how to use it.
Okay, I'm trying to on my VPN so that I can access my robots.
Okay, please, guys, exercise patience, please. Even if this is the only thing we are going to treat today, provided you guys understand it, because we have a lot of persons that do not have time. So we are looking for ways. We are looking for ways that everybody would make money, regardless of whether you have time or you don't have time. This is known as the lazy man way of doing things. It's the lazy man way of doing things, please. So the idea of doing this is to avoid floating loss and make your trade to sell faster. Like you see what I've explained from this entry now. The only time we experienced floating loss was when the trade came to this point. When it came to this point, and it retraces back, and since then it has been going like this, you have been on a floating profit, waiting for it to deliver your 2%. So the essence of MACD is to minimize this floating loss. But floating loss again is not a bad thing. The more floating loss you have, the more quantity of coin you have. The more quantity of coin you have, the more amount you make. But the idea, we just want to see that people come out of trade as fast as possible. In as much as we want people to come out of trade as fast as possible, we cannot still tell you, guarantee you that your trade is going to come out within 24 hours, within three days, because we are not the market. But you are going to see improvement in the rate at which your trade delivers if you apply these MACD rules that we are telling you. So the idea for you is to watch out for the MACD line, which is the blue line, and the gold and the signal line, which is the golden line, to come below the 0% line. For those who want to spend time to watch their trading view, this is what you are looking out for. Then, if at the point the MACD line intercepts with the golden line or the signal line, that point of interception is known as the golden cross. So at this golden cross, you want to take entry and take your 2%. Don't take more than 2%. 2% has been found to be very effective. You don't need to be greedy. It's a number of, it's a matter of how many 2% can you take in a day? How many trades can you execute in a day? So even if it's 2%, 2%, you are able to do 2% of whatever capital you have for 5 times in a day, 3 times in a day. That is the idea. That is the idea. So please, you don't need to be greedy. Coach Fahad, I'm waiting for you, please.
You have to unshare your screen so that I can share, Coach.
Okay, let me unshare, please. Okay, but I'll still be seeing your screen now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Let me unshare my screen, please. Okay, you can share your screen now.
Can you see my screen, Coach?
Yes. Now, the idea now, what we want to teach you now is how to use the MACD automation. So let's assume you are giving a signal. Okay, no, this time around, you're not going to give a signal. You are not going to give a signal. You are doing it yourself. Now, all you want to do is you want to pick like 3 different coins based on your capital. Let's assume you have $300, and minimum capital you want to use is the minimum capital you want to use for each of these 3 trades is $100, magic 3. Now you split your $100 into 3 places, meaning you want to trade 3 coins at a time. So let's assume, Coach Fahad, you want to trade PSG. Click on PSG. Click on I understand. This is how to place a trade. Please take note of that if you are a newbie here. Then you click on create. Leave it on multi-game strategy. Click on create. Click I understand and do not remind. Now, Coach Fahad, is your annotation not showing so that you can be marking it so they can be seeing what you are doing? You can't find your annotation. See it, I can see it. Is come down where you have AI margin calls. Your strategy
is showing,
by
it's
the
showing
left.
here. I can see it.
So go back again. Let's show them
I can
where.
see it.
Okay, tap on the annotation. Then go back.
I've seen it.
Yes, go back. Go back. Let's start from the beginning.
Let's start from the beginning.
Yes, from the point, so that people will know what we are talking about. Now, click click on your search button. Click on your search button. Let's assume you are not going through here. I tell you, search for PSG. Click on your search button. That's the first step for those who are new here. Then put it on all. If your robot is just new, you don't want to put it on favorite. If you put it on favorite, you're not going to see the coin you want to search for. Always ensure you put it on all. So search for the name of the coin.
Coach Wells, please, Coach Wells, please
Which
check
one?
your direct message on Zoom.
From you.
Yes, using this account. Just check using this account.
I'm not seeing any message, though. I'm here to see any message from you.
All right, don't worry, I'll send it again. Just proceed, I'll send it again.
Okay. So now, once you search for the name of the coin, what you need to do is to click on the coin. Click I understand. Then click on create. Exactly. I've told them that
All right,
will
all right,
discuss.
all right, all right, all right.
Oh. Click on create. The next thing is, now we have a template. We have a template we use, that is our own settings, which we always teach on Tuesdays, how to use that template. If you come on Tuesdays, we always teach on how to use that template. So for this particular MACD, we have a special template for MACD settings, which is the same thing as what we have been explaining since on what we used to explain on Tuesday. The only thing is we just change the parameters, a little changes to suiting for this MACD, but it is the same principle, the same application. It is just the figures that changes, which I am going to show you guys later. So click on trade set. Now you click on trade settings. Once you click on trade settings, it will bring you to this point. Now, you want to ensure it's on manually create, because this is a semi-automated, you are giving it your own instruction. So ensure it's on manually create. The next thing is my template. Choose a strategy setting. So that settings from your accessories template for the MACD, that is the settings you want to compute here, the MACD accessory template settings. You want to compute it here, depending on your capital you are using. Depending on your capital you are using, that settings will be generated. So once you click choose a strategy settings, tap on it.
But it's not here yet, coach. It's only the normal $100 settings.
No, don't worry. Just put any settings. Just put any settings. Just $100 setting. Now, you have computed the settings. Now, the next thing you need to come to is strategy mode. Now, if you click on this strategy mode, you are going to see three options. Now, you see three options. You see all warehouse mode, subbing mode, and subbing mode real-time settlement. Now, take note, if you leave it on all warehouse mode, for those who are old on this call, you know what is sub-sell margin calls. If you leave it on all warehouse mode, you are not going to be enjoying sub-sell. You are not going to enjoy sub-sell if the trade goes down against you. But if you leave it on subbing mode real-time settlement, if the trade peradventure goes down against you, you are going to be making money downtrend, small money downtrend. We call it sub-sell. So depending on what you want, you can either choose to leave it on all warehouse mode or subbing mode real-time settlement. But we always ensure you leave it on subbing real-time settlement because of our own settings allows for you to make money downtrend. So we always leave that allowance that peradventure, if the trade goes against you, while you are waiting for it to deliver, you will still be making money downtrend. That is why we subscribe to subbing mode real-time settlement. And you are telling the robot, as you are making profit for me, be dropping the profit at in real time, rather, be dropping the profit in real time. So that is it. So on strategy mode, you might want to leave it as subbing mode real-time settlement. Then your first buying amount, depending on the magic you are using. If you are using Magic 1 from that Excel sheet template, I'm going to be showing you now. If you are using Magic 1 is first buying amount is usually 20. But if you are using Magic 3, which is minimum of $100, is 15. If you are using Magic 5, which is minimum of 520, is the first buying amount is always 20. So whichever magic you are using, you always see the first buying amount on the templates. So you change it to 15. Here is already 15, which is okay. Ensure you disable your open position double. Ensure you disable your AI matching calls. Take note of that. Then the next thing, because we are using Magic 3, Magic 3 allows us to buy across 7 different levels. 7 different levels. That's why you see margin call limit. The all position take profit is 3%. So if you are using MACD, please take 2%. 2% is very effective. You can take 3%, but for you to come out faster from the trade, just take 2%. Remember, I said you don't need to be greedy. It's about how many times you can replicate this result in a day. If you can do it 3 times in a day, 2 times in a day, 3 times in a day, 5 times in a day, 2%, it's something. By the time you see it amounts to something, depending on the capital you are using. So all position take profit call back 0.01, you want to leave it at that. Margin configuration, which we are going to come back to this margin configuration. Then for buying callback 0.01, distributed take profit allocation. Always leave it at, for you using MACD, always use it at 1.3%. Coach, open it, Coach Fahad, open it, let's see. Because we are using the MACD, we want to come out faster. So always leave it at 1.3%. Please take note of that. Then this is sub position take profit, leave it at 0.01. Then this is where we are now interested in the advanced settings. Advanced settings. So advanced settings, this is where we are going to set up the MACD automation. Once you set up the MACD automation, you are safe. You don't need anything. So strategy period, you want to leave it on 1 shot. Please take note on that. You want to leave it on 1 shot. Test buying trigger condition. So click on it. We are changing it from trigger price to MACD, the MACD automation. Is there to change, please? Now, once you change it on MACD automation, it will show you the golden cross I was referring to also, because the first buying trigger condition is MACD automation. What does it mean? You are saying for it to pick your first amount, it should use the MACD way that I just explained on the Excel sheet to do that for it to pick. Now, what did sorry, on the trading view that I explained earlier, what is the MACD that I explained from the trading view? Is you want to see the MACD line, which is the blue line, and you want to see the signal line, which is that golden line. You want to see them come below first. It has come below the zero line. Now, having seen them on the zero line, the next thing you are waiting for is to see that MACD line, which is the blue line, move towards the signal line, which is the gold line. The point at which it meets the gold line, moving upward, that point at which they intercept is what is known as this golden cross that you are seeing. Take note. So the line trigger, what you are telling is the line trigger when it is less than zero. Right now it's greater than zero. So change it to less than zero. Less than zero. When it is less than zero, good. So what you are telling the robot is, the royal cube bot is, as soon as the golden line, as soon as the golden cross is formed, trigger my first buy-in amount, pick my first buy-in amount at the point at which the golden cross is formed. That golden cross, I'm emphasizing on it, is the point at which the MACD line, which is the blue line, intercepts with the signal line, which is the gold line, moving upward. That interception should be found around anything that is less than that zero line. That is when you pull that trigger. That is when this robot is going to pull that trigger. Now, always ensure that the time frame is on 15 minutes. Our time frame is on 15 minutes. So once you do this, the next thing you are going to do is to save. So save. Once you save, you confirm. Now, once you confirm, the next thing is to activate. Because I hope you don't have money in this account.
I have $100 there.
Okay, don't create though. Don't create. I don't know if it has. I don't know the situation of that coin now. Let me check. I don't want it to go and pick. If it has not formed the golden cross, I'll tell you to save, then you cancel later. Okay, on the 15 minutes. Now you can do that. You can do that. You can create. So once you do, you create. Now, as soon as you create, has it picked?
It have picked. Oh.
Wow. Okay, but the this thing is not. You can. So once you do that, once the golden line has crossed it, automatically it will pick like this for you. Even while you are not there, it will pick for you and continue trading for you, even while you are not there, provided you have given it the settings. But if, like now, you see, is now on floating profits.
Coach Wells, check very well. It seems that thing has done the golden cross. That's why it picks.
I just
Confirm
checked
very
my
well.
chart now. Yes, it must have done, but let me check again. I think
All right.
so. I think so. But yeah, okay. Check if it is no, coach. I think the problem there is that he put that zero at greater than zero. Check it.
Okay. Please
Okay,
confirm,
no,
Coach
okay,
Fuad.
okay, no. What I checked now is, I was doing back testing for them, so the thing was not on live. My chat was not on live. Let me go to live. Sorry about that.
All
I
right.
don't know
All
if
right.
you understand.
Yes, I do. I do.
Exactly, the golden cross has happened. So, Coach Fahad, you can even leave it 2%. You're out of this trade. 2%. So it just did the golden cross. That was why it peaked. Exactly, just did the golden cross. That was why it peaked. So what this means is that as soon as, even if you are not there, provided you have given this robot instruction to use the MACD automation for you, you can just set 3 different coins on using the MACD automation. Set 3 different coins. Once you set the 3 different coins, just take your 2% on it. As soon as you activate, you will find out that the coins might not peak because the golden cross have not been formed. But as soon as the golden cross is formed, it will trigger it and pick your first amount, which is, like in this case, $15 that he used for Magic 3, which is first buying amount is 15. It will pick it. From there, it continues and delivers for you. Even if it's going to come down a little to buy more margin call, it is not going to buy more. It is not going to, it's not going to dip. It's not going to make you stay long in the market. That is just the idea. So because we have tested this over time, we have to create a dedicated Excel sheet template for this MACD, because we have a strategy and a settings we use, and we understand that the market will always retrace. So we make a provision for you that even if the market retrace, you are still covered, and yet you are not going to take time out of the market. And the Excel sheet template is also created and designed that way for you to make more money. Now let's assume, because we said that this does not experience floating loss, a lot of floating loss. Now, as soon as it picks this $15, what if it goes up to do 2%? 2% of $15 will give you 2 point something cents. You do it again, it picks the $15 and go and sell, give you 2 point something cents. Now, the problem will not be your trades are not selling again. The problem will not be you are not making enough money. Now, because we want you guys to make enough money, we have designed the template in a way that even if it picks your first $15 and it drops a little, it's going to take a reasonable amount of your money and add to the $15. Therefore, when it goes up to do 2%, you are going to make reasonable amount of profits. So that is what we have done. So when using this MACD, you need to make use of it with that dedicated Excel sheet template. So it is, for the old members, it is still the same thing as the template we are using. Now, if you look at the signal sent yesterday for the old members, you guys made use of our own and the normal templates, not the dedicated template for MACD, and your coin still delivered. So also, you can also do manual replenishment. For those who are here, you can also do, old members, you can also do manual replenishment. Just like it has picked the first $15. If you look at the price at which it picks the first $15 and look at the current price, you find that the current price is lower. So at this point, for calculation on manual buy or manual replenishment, that I've taught you how to do manual replenishment. But if you don't have time, to force in money, if you don't have that time to come and look at it, if it has peaked, so that you can come and the robot keeps buying by itself, very easy and this way. I hope this is clear. So that is how to use this MACD. So the idea is to take as much as, let's say, 3 coins. You split your if you are using Magic 3, it's minimum of $100. So you have $100 into 3 places and compute this your MACD settings. Leave it. Before you come out, you see that at least maybe 2 or 1 out of the 3 have picked. If the other one has not picked yet, you can either stop it and look for another coin to set the MACD. That is how the automation works. But this is for people who do not even want to bother themselves looking at the trading view charts. But if you want to look at the trading view chart, it is better you just stick to your trading view chart, monitor it, see where the MACD line and the signal line comes below the 0% line. Then you wait patiently for you to see the gold and the MACD line, which is the blue line, making a golden cross at the point it intersects with the signal line. And that is all you need to do. And you take entry. You will see the rate at which your trade sells faster. So I hope this is clear. Please, if this is clear on the chart, I need the word clear. Let me see. We might, even if this is okay, good. I'm seeing a lot of clear, good, meaning you guys are following on. So this is a lazy man way of doing this. This is a lazy man way of doing this. So the idea is to make everybody trade at different time. You don't need to depend, we don't want you to depend on signals. In case signal is not forthcoming, you can use this simple method and cash out. Also, and again, it also depends on the capital you are using. So let me now, Coach Fahad, please, you are going to share also. I will say that you are going to share also. Don't you just minimize your Royal queue. You are going to share this template, that template that Coach Mo did, dedicated template he did for the MACD settings, please. Okay, you can do the MACD settings. No, for now, please. For now, please use the normal template that we are using for any signal sent on the group. Use the normal template, please take note of that. Use the normal template we are using, any signal you see from the signal group. But if you are the one going to pick it yourself, you can use this template, the lazy man way. Use this template, please. If you are the one doing it yourself, the lazy man way, make use of this template. I hope this is clear. King Benga, I hope this is clear, please. Coach Mo. Coach.
Yes, Coach Mo, I'm here.
So someone just asked the question that what about the signal sent on the group if they should use this dedicated MACD automation and this thing, and I responded to that they should stick to our Excel sheet template whenever it is a signal sent on the signal group. But if
yes, please.
If they are the one going to pick this using this MACD automation themselves, based on what I've taught them, they should use this Excel sheet template on that.
Exactly. So, yes.
Okay. So you are getting this recording section. Definitely you get it. So let me show you people what you are just going to do. Now we have 3 settings that we make use of. We have 3 settings that we make use of. We have the this section, if you are here, try as much as possible to be here for Tuesday section next week, where we explain this Excel sheet templates. Now, what we just did is to avoid things to be cumbersome, to avoid complication. That was why we just did these settings like this, because all you need to do is just to rejig these settings into the existing one without much stress. The only thing you are changing is the margin call drops for those who already know what margin call drops is. Now, you know already we use Magic 1, Magic 3, and Magic 5. So what is the development? What is the changes you are just going to do on the existing Excel sheet template you are using? Now, if you are using Magic 1, which is minimum capital of 320, all you need to do is come to the margin calls. Once you get to the margin call for Magic 1, from the first call to the 10th call, you change it from, you see, we say from first call to the 10th call, you change it to 0.1. 0.1. But when it gets to the 11th call to the 24th call, change it to 0.4. 0.4. So, Coach Fahad, please go to the Excel sheet template. Let's just show them for clarity's sake, please.
Should I go to my Royal Queue direct so that I can input them, or I should go to the Excel sheet template?
Go to the Excel sheet. Let them see what we have a lot of new members here. Let them see what the Excel sheet template looks like. Or let me share for my own end if it's going to take you time.
All right.
Okay, stop sharing. Can I share now?
Yes, you can share, Coach.
Are they seeing my screen? Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, Coach. Yes, Coach.
So this is what the Excel sheet template is. This is the existing Excel sheet template that we use. So this is where on Magic 1, we say Magic 1 minimum capital of 320. So if you are using 320 and you want to introduce the MACD settings into this existing template that we have, we say from first call to the 10th call, you make it 0.1, the margin call drop. So this is where we refer as the margin call drop. Like from first call to the 10th call, you change it to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1. So how do you think? Just come here and do. What is happening? I cannot edit this. Why? So basically, I don't know why I can't edit it. So test call, you change it from 0.2 to 0.1, 0.1, 0.1, down to the 10th call. Then when it gets to the 11th call, to the 20th call, you change it, everything to 0.4. 0.4, and you compute the amount you are using. Once you compute the amount you are using, it will give you the entire setting. So the only thing you are coming to change here is just this magic call drop from that template. Please. The same thing applies to Magic 1 and Magic 5. So Magic 5 is like this minimum of 520. If you are using it yourself, using the MACD automation yourself, all you need to do here is put the amount here, come here and change your first call 0.1 down to the 10th call 0.1. Then when you get to the 11th call to the 24th call, you change it to 0.4. That is what we meant by that stuff is just shared with you guys now. Then when you come to Magic 3, for Magic 3, Coach Fahad, what did they say from the first call to the Magic 3 is minimum of $100. So from the first call,
0.1
Okay, from the first core to what is 0.1?
to 6.
No, from the first core to the sixth core is 0.1, Abi?
Okay, yes.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
to the fifth core. Then from the sixth
Okay.
core to the seventh core is 2.5.
Okay, so from the first core to the fifth core, you want to use 0.1, 0.1. Then when it gets to the fifth core, the sixth core to the seventh core, you use 2.5, 2.5. So why are we reducing it that way? Because we are using MACD, and we understand that MACD hardly buys because the idea is to avoid floating loss. But should in case that there is a drop, you should take advantage to buy so that the more money you have inside your position amount, the more profit you make. So in as much as we want your trades to come out faster, we also want you to make more money. That is why that Excel sheet was designed that way. So
Coach,
we
please
have,
excuse me, but the multiple buying ratio remain the same, right? So that they will understand.
once you compute the amount here, the multiple buying ratio will change. You
Yes,
know,
but
if
we are not
like,
changing any. We are not changing it. We are just changing
no, you're
the.
not. Yes. There is just only the margin call drop side you are paying attention to. That's why I would say is the existing Excel sheet template we are using for the MACD, but the difference is just changing of your margin call drops. Is it clear, please? If this is clear, I don't expect the new members on this call to understand everything 100%. But we have a recorded version of this, what I just taught. Apart from this, we have a 30-minute video that explains exclusively how this MACD works. So we can also share it. You can drop that on the link, and you can also add this recorded version to it. It will help your understanding. So for those old members who are already used to this Excel sheet template, you should know what we are saying by now. Then for the new members that are here, you see all these parameters here, all this configuration here. This is the command. This is how your robot trades, buys and sells. This is how your robot buys and sells for you. So you have to just compute all these settings into your Royal Cubot. You have to compute these settings into your Royal Cubot. So Coach Fahad, have you gotten access to the Excel sheet? Because you just show them how these settings was generated. So if this is what we are going to learn today, the MACD automation is part of the analysis for beginners. Remember, we are interested in beginners, how to help them, because a lot of people are seeing this as a rocket science, and that is what is making some persons to have fear to come and encounter the space. But we have a simple way you can do things. Then when you have learned this, you are used to this, you want to go advanced. We have every levels we can take you through. We have what works. You don't need to be afraid. We are going to hold you by the hands, provided you are willing to learn. Provided you are willing to learn. So please, Coach Fahad, have you gotten access to this? Let's just try. We still have like about 15 minutes to go. Let's show them how we compute these settings.
Yes, Coach.
So should I stop sharing my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you can share your screen now.
All right.
So you are interfacing between your Excel sheet template and your this. So let's first of all edit since we are using the MACD automation to trade. So let's edit the margin call drop. You say from the first score to the fifth score is 0.1, 0.1. So if you are using the MACD automation, please take note. This is the configuration you are going to use. This is dedicated for MACD automation. But if you are depending on signal from the signal group, please This is what you are going to use.
Coach, I don't think you can edit this code drop here.
The same
It's not
challenge I'm
showing.
going through.
You can only
Click on
edit it
edit.
in
Look at
the.
up. Look at your top left. Click on edit. Look at your top left.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not still showing edit here.
What's wrong now?
Is this WPS?
Yes, sir. I can only edit this $100 up here. I'm seeing edit here.
Yeah,
That's
click
what
on
you have to
edit
edit.
Come.
to work.
That's what you have to edit. So
But
we click on the wrong thing.
Yes, $100. Only $100 you can be able to edit.
That's what you have to. You cannot edit the margin cut-up. The editing of the margin cut-up is done on your royal queue.
Okay, done on the royal queue.
yes, that is
Okay.
Yes, you can't edit
Yes.
here.
Okay,
There's no need
okay.
for you to
But
edit here.
it's still good. It's still good. We show them what it looks like on the Excel sheet.
If you show them on you
On
show
the
them here,
royal
but
queue, yes.
let them know
Yeah.
it is royal queue. They are imputing it, so that's where they have to put
Okay. So
to modify it.
yes, to modify that now you come to your royal queue, please take note of that. But that is the Excel sheet template we use. That's what it looks like.
Thank you, Coach Fad. On the margin configuration, so that they can
So
see
on
it
your
here.
mark, you come to first click on margin configuration. I beg. So before this time, before this time, you have put your $100 settings. All you need to do, come to the margin configuration and Coach Fahad, have you put your $100 settings?
Yes, I'm just doing a new trading settings now.
Okay, new trading settings. Okay. So you come to margin configuration. From the first call. So first call to the fifth call is 0.1, 0.1. Please take note, if you are using the margin automation, that is when you do this. Please take note of this. 0.1. From the sixth call to the seventh call is 2.5. So Coach Mo, is this thing on this call?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Coach.
So the multiple buying ratio are we using the one from the Excel sheet template or we are using the doubling method?
No. Everything remains the same.
Okay,
the margin call drop you are modifying.
Okay, good. That was what I told them
Template
earlier.
generates for you.
Yes, I told them earlier. So this multiple buying ratio from the Excel sheet template is still the same thing. The only thing I'm modifying is the margin call drop. So if you already have the $100 settings saved on your royal queue, if you have the $100 settings saved on your royal queue, you don't need to go to the Excel sheet back. All you need is to edit that settings. Or you want to have a dedicated one, that is when you can go and do it again. Maybe one for the normal settings, why this one for the Manti. So you can have $200, you indicate it and one is specialized for the MACD, and the other one is specialized for the normal settings for Magic 3. So the next thing you do, you confirm, click on confirm. So you change it to 2%. So while using MACD, always ensure 2% is very effective. But it's not as if you cannot take 3%, but to be on a safer side, for you to come out faster, 2% is okay. Coach, okay, distributed and take profit allocation. Leave it at 1.3%. Leave it on 1.3%. Always leave it on 1.3% for the MACD, please. Remember, this is a lazy man way of doing things. Lazy man way of doing things. So remark $100. Specify it, MACD. This is a dedicated template for MACD. Then come down, one shot. You have not assigned him. Okay. Check your what are they telling? Come down to strategy period. Click on the one shot.
It's already on the one shot.
No, now we need to. Have you set it on MACD?
No. Coach Weld, he's saving the
So you can only
settings.
set
It
it
won't
on
show.
MACD.
It won't show
You can
yet.
only set it on
Okay,
MACD
yes,
when you want
yes,
to place
yes.
trade.
Okay, sorry. Yes, that's good. So
So
save.
I will just click on save.
Okay, yes. So you have saved these settings, $100 settings for MACD. So you don't need to go back to the Excel sheet again. Once you have saved it here, except maybe you want to top up your money, you want to start using 520 or you want to start using 320. Then you create another one for 320. The same procedure. The only thing you will edit. Who is this person? What? The only thing you will edit is the margin call drop to suit the dedicated MACD templates. I hope it's clear. Then you go back and place your trade again. You can show them again one more time. So let's assume, let's take a coin that has not done golden cross, please. Let me check a coin. Okay, take start for QNT USDT. QNT USDT. You go QNT USDT. Choose a strategy settings. So that's your settings that you saved initially for MACD. You want to compute that settings. Good. So by computing it, just tap any place, any point, the 15 on top of the 7, that settings will enter. So you can either use for strategy mode, you can either use, okay, that's the settings that entered. For strategy mode, you can either use all warehouse mode or sub-in mode real-time settlement. If you are using all warehouse mode, it means you will not enjoy sub-sell. Peradventure, the trade goes down a little to buy more. But If you put it on sub-beam Mudri time settlement, if the trade goes down, it buys more margin call. Between fifth call to the seventh call, you'll be enjoying subset while you are waiting for it to deliver.
First buying amount, always 15 for $100. Coach Wet, are you there?
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Fine.
The first buying amount is always 15 for $100, meaning from your $100, that is the first amount it's going to take. So whatever is left, immediately you can either choose to do for boot tactics, you can choose to force in money, which is the same amount you know for $100, $46 for boot tactics. You force it, but always do your manual replenishment cheaper than the first amount it bought. Take note. So here now is when you want to set the MACD automation. So you come to first buying trigger condition is on trigger price. You have to move it from trigger price to MACD automation. Good. So you have set it on MACD automation. So what you are telling the robot is, robot, I want you to pick my first buying amount when there is a golden cross. And for you to see that golden cross, it means that the MACD line, which is the blue line, and the signal line, which is the gold line, must have come down below the zero line. So the point at which the MACD line, which is the blue line, is approaching the signal line upward, where it intersects with the signal line, that point is known as the golden cross. It is at that point, like I explained earlier, it is at that point you want to take entry. So when you enter there, that is a perfect entering point. So what you experience, you take 2%, you are not even, chances that it is going to come down to put you on floating loss is slim. But however, if it puts you on floating loss, it means you are covered because you have margin calls. It buys margin calls for you. And the more margin calls it buys for you, the more money you have inside that trade. And the more margin calls it buys for you, the more it reduces your floating loss. The more your floating loss is reduced, the faster it takes you out of the market. So whichever way you are covered. So you want to put the line trigger at less than zero. So what you are saying is the MACD line and the golden call and the signal line rather, which is the golden color line, must have come down below the zero line. Must have come down below the zero line. Then when it has come down below the zero line, what you are waiting for next is to see that that MACD line is going upward to approach the golden line. The point at which it intersects the golden line upward is known as the golden cross. That is the point you want to pull a trigger. You want to enter into the trade. Just take your 2%. And this thing, if you are using the trading view like I explained, it should be done on the 15-minute time frame. Please take note of that. It should be done on the 15 minutes time frame. Then you save your settings. Then you activate. Ensure you switch on your margin call. Please ensure, because your settings allows for margin call drops. So you switch it off just in case it's going down, it will be buying margin calls for you. Then activate. Now, unlike the first one that we did, you saw that the first one we did, when he activated, it peaked immediately because the line has crossed the golden cross. There was a golden cross that occurred at that point. But now you see it has, he activated the trade, but the robot did not trigger the first buying amount. Did not buy that 15. Why? Because the condition you gave it, the condition is yet to be met, and that condition is the golden cross. You said it should peak when there's a formation of golden cross. So from my own chart, what I'm looking, I will that is that. You can stop sharing the screen. So let me show them what I'm looking for my own chart. Then we end the section if there's any question. So that is how to set it. So let me show them on the trading view this coin that we just looked at now, why it did not peak. Coach Fahad. Coach Fahad. Can anybody hear me? Please, if you can hear me.
Yeah, Coach, can hear you. I hear you.
Let me stop his screen from sharing. All right.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, proceed.
So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, we can see it.
So let's see what happened. Let's see, for instance, what happened. Now, this is what I'm saying now. You see that the golden cross, the MACD line and the signal line are below the 0% right now, currently. Now, you are not taking entry here. What you are waiting for, you are waiting to see when this blue line, let me use please, Coach Aminu, unmute yourself. Now, you see the blue line here and you see the golden line here. They have both crossed the 0 line downward. Now, at this point, you are waiting. What are you waiting to see? I'm doing a back testing on this for clarity. You are waiting to see the situation where the MACD line meets the signal line upward, the point at which they intersect. That is when you want to take entry. Let's
Coach
see.
Coach Weld.
Yes?
Coach Weld, please take notes.
Okay.
For the lazy man, that is, we call it lazy man. I saw somebody saying why we call it lazy man. We just gave it a name. We're just referring to those who are very busy with their schedule, maybe due to the nature of their job. So the reason for this automation is that once you check on your chart and you see that the blue line, which is the MACD, is below the 0, just go ahead and activate your trade with the MACD, because it will be waiting for it to have the golden cross before it triggers and peak, so that you don't need to be on your screen anymore. What you are just looking out for is to see the MACD below the 0 line. Once it is below, as it is right now, the way Coach Fahad has gone to set up his trade, the same way you go and set up the trade and you leave Rqtmi to do the rest for you.
Rqtmi will continue from there. So what I'm trying to show you now is the point at which that Rqtmi is going to pick it for you. That is what I'm trying to show now. Right now, you have given Rqtmi the command right now. He has not picked for you. What Rqtmi is waiting to see a situation like this. Wow, okay. Sorry, I did it so fast. Let me bring it back. Royalty is waiting to see a situation like this. This is what Royalty is waiting to see. This golden cross. This is the point at which it intercepts. At this point, that is when that settings that Coach Fahad did, Royalty is going to trigger it. This interception is what is known as the golden cross. So once you have set it, whatever you are doing, just go about your activities. Royalty is going to take over from there. So let's assume that at this point was when Royalty picked the $15. So it picked at this point, and you just took 2%. 2% straight is 1.9. So let's assume 2% is here. Let's see what is going to happen. Let's see 2%. You see, 2% delivered. So what it means is that it just only picked that your first buying amount, 15%, and went to deliver 2% of 15. So you are not going to be experiencing floating loss. And you see the time at which it delivered very fast. So this is what we are saying. So the question now is 2% of what? 2% of how much could enter into the trade. So that is why we say if there is a little bit retracement, if you are there, you can do manual replenishment. So that when you force some money inside of it, 15 plus 46 is about $61. 2% of $61 will be giving you enough money. And if peradventure the trade comes down a little bit, because we allow some margin call, it will buy more and goes up immediately to deliver. So I hope this is clear. If this is clear, I need clear on the chart, please. But you said that we changed the old position take profit ratio from 3% to 2% if we are using MACD automation, but you did not change that. Well, probably he forgot to change it, but we are telling you, you can change it to 2% if you are doing this yourself. But from the signal group, we ensure we always send you signals of 3%. But if you are doing this yourself, you can take 2%. 2% has been found to be very effective. I hope this is clear. Using the MACD, please take note of that. King Ifeanyi, I hope this is clear. I think he can use the activated trade to modify called drops for more understanding. Activated trade to modify. I don't understand what King Mohammed is saying. So, okay, he's saying it's not clear. King Islam is saying it's not clear. Where is it not clear? Please drop it. Where are you having this thing? Because we should be ending the class anytime soon. And if this is your first time, we don't expect you to understand everything. Go through the recorded version again. Go through the recorded version. And we still have a short 30-minute video on this. Please, you guys should try as much as, because of time, try as much as possible to go through the recorded version of this class. Then we have a short video, 30 minutes short video. Coach Amini, if you have access to that short video, you can send the link here. So because of time and other people's schedule, we should call this section an end. Thank you everyone for spending the time to attend this section. We do this. Okay, this is the 30 minutes video you can watch on the MACD that explains better also.
Coach Wells, can you hear me?
Yes.
Somebody just messaged me on Rqtmi before. Somebody just messaged me on WhatsApp now asking a question. That what is the difference between the two ways you can use this MACD automation? That is not clear. So please remember, on that 30 minutes video, there are two ways you can actually pick your trade. Number one is the one Coach Well just explained, using which we call the lazy man, where once the blue line, which is the MACD, goes below the zero, go ahead and pick your trade and forget about your chart. The Royalty robot will be the one to pick your trade for you. Then, but remember, this MACD, when it goes below the zero, the possibility of buying more margin calls or going more deep to have more floating loss is very low, right? So with that, it might not end up buying more margin calls for you. And we want it to buy more margin calls so that you can make more money, because by buying more margin calls, your capital will be used more to buy the coin. So the other way is to ensure you enter immediately once you see the MACD goes below the zero line. In that way, you don't need to go and use the MACD anymore. Just go ahead and load your settings and start your trade. So you are not using the advanced option anymore. Please, I repeat, the first option, when the MACD goes below the zero line, you go ahead and activate your trade with the MACD option. That's the advanced option. But it won't start, it won't trigger until the conditions are being met. But it might not buy more margin calls. Take note. But if you wanted to buy more margin calls, that means you have to enter that trade. Once you see the blue line, which is the MACD, goes below the zero line, quickly go and activate your trade. Just activate it without using the MACD. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear. The person who asked me that question, I hope you are still here. I hope it is understood now. Coach Rods, over to you.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that is clear. That is clear. So the reason why you want to use the second method, like he said, the second way of picking this coin using MACD is because the first method, there is no guarantee that it will come down and buy more margin calls. Please take note of that. So for you to make more profit, the second option you want to use it. Which is the second option? The second option is once you see the MACD line, once you see the MACD line and the signal line already across, they are already across the zero line, you can at that point pull a trigger. So why do you want to do that? Is because as soon as it is going down more, it will be buying margin calls, meaning accumulating more money for you. While you are waiting for it to do that golden cross, once it does that golden cross, it's up straight. Chances that it will not come down. So because you entered before the golden cross occurred, you have gotten opportunity to for your robot have acquired more of your coins for you, thereby having more money inside that trade. So once it does the golden cross, chances that it will not come down again. But because you have more money inside the trade already, it will deliver and give you, when it delivers 2% straight, it will just give you good profits. So that is the reason why you might want to use the second way. I hope it is clear. Is this clear? Is it clear? Please. I hope it is clear. So since there is no question on the chat, no. How do we determine the very coin to use for trade? Okay, King Chris, we have 25 volatile coins. Once you come on board, stick to the 25 volatile coins we have given to you, please. Within that 25 volatile coins, all you are looking for on the 15 minutes time frame is you are looking for any of the coin that the MACD line, which is the blue line, and the signal line, which is the golden line, have crossed this 0% line. That is just your job. That's what you're looking at. So as regards to the coins, stick to the 25 volatile coins we have given to you. Now, what you are looking at for those 25 volatile coins, you want a situation whereby the MACD line and the signal line, which is the golden line, have crossed this zero line, which is my purple line. So that is all. That is what you are looking out for. I hope this is clear. That is how to know the coin to pick. If this is clear, King Chris, let me know, please. we are going to share this particular recorded section. Once it's out, you'll get it from the platform you are coming from. So in the absence of no more, thank you, Ingrid. In the absence of no more question, we are going to call it a day. Thank you, everyone. Do have a blessed day ahead of you. We do this every day, 11 a.m. Make out time to attend the section. Peace be with you all. Bye-bye from now.